Good evening, everybody. It is Patsy from Patsy's Crochet. I'm here with my last tutorial of the year of 2020. I am coming to you with a new pattern. I have no idea, I just made this up and it looks really good to be made up. I don't know if anybody's thought of this one before, but I think it looks really good. So it's a shawl, okay, and it's worked in of shells. So we are going to do this one, and I hope that you really like it. I'm going to use the color royal blue to show you. Okay, let's see. Oh, where's the end of this? There we go. Okay, what we're going to do is do a slip knot. Oops, put it back in here. Okay. Now what we're going to do is chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then we're going to do a double crochet at the first of your chain. So that is 1 double crochet. We need to do 5. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So including that chain, we have 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we're going to chain is 4, or sorry, 3. 1, 2, 3, and turn your work. Now what we're going to do is in this first stitch here, we are going to do 5 more double crochets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, then what you're going to do is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're going to do another 5. 1, 2, oops, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, and now plus your chain. So we're going to do another double crochet, so that makes 6 double crochets. Chain your 3. Oh, sorry, no, you do not. Chain 1. Okay, chain 1, turn your work. Now do a single crochet in every single one of your stitches. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, oops, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then your chain. So 6. Okay, it's going to curl a little bit until you get it bigger. Now 1, 2, and 3 chains, and turn your work. Okay, now what you're going to do is do 5 more double crochets in this spot. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Plus that chain is 6. Okay, then what you're going to do is count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're going to do another shell. 1, sorry, my yarn. Yes, go on the floor. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, this is 6 because of the turning chain. Okay, and this one is 6 because of the turning chain. All right, so all the other ones are 5. Okay. Okay, now what you're going to do is skip again. So you go to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so this is your third shell on this side. 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then you are going to miss this one and go into your turning chain and do another set. Okay. Oops. Oops, 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 oops. Oh my heavens. What is going on here? Oh, there. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Remember, this is all double crochet, so it's easy, and then the next row is single. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then your turning chain. Okay, so you have to always make sure that number 6 is there. So this is what it's looking like. Try not to make it tight like I do. I always make mine tight for some reason. But you're always adding. Okay. Now what you're going to do is move that over because this is your chaining. There. So it's not so tight. Okay. Then you're going to chain 1, 2, 3 and turn your work. Okay. So now you have 1, 1, 2. Oh, I'm awfully sorry. Oh, my heavens and merchandise. Now that is 3, okay? So what I did something wrong again. Why do I do this all the time? Okay. You're going to skip this one, okay? That one. You're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're going to go into the second from the last stitch at the end and do 5 double crochets, 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, and then you have your turning chain and you do a double crochet into that turning chain. Okay, all right, there you go. Okay, now it's back to even here. Then chain 3 and turn your work. All right, so what you have is 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. See how it's adding, right? So now you're going to do 5 more double crochets in here, plus you had that chain, right, of 2. And then what you're going to do is when you come here, you're going to skip this loop right here, and you're going to do your counting, and it goes into there, you skip there, and then you go back into here. Okay, but now we have to make 4. So this is be your first one. So 1 double crochet, 2 double crochets, 3 double crochets, 4 double crochets, and 5. Okay, please everybody, I'm awfully sorry. Let's see, a good host. Okay, so 1, 2, okay, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Now what you're going to do is every row after you do a shell, you're going to do a single crochet row. Okay, so you're going to just chain 1 here and turn your work. So you're going to single crochet into that first loop. That's 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now you're going to skip this one, go here, okay? There you go. Okay? Not to worry about this one here. Go into the next one. Okay? Alright. Okay, now, remember your turning chain though right here. So you have to do one in that one. If I can get it in. Wrong way. So, is everybody ready for Christmas this year? We are. Now you're going to chain 3. And turn your work. It's going to curl up a little bit. Okay? It's because I'm doing mine tight, and I don't know why I do mine tight all the time. Okay. Now, in the first one, you're going to do 5 more double crochets. So, 1. Oops. Oh, I'm so sorry. 1. That's 2. That's 3. This is 4. Then you missed that one, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See how that works? Okay, but we have to do 4, right? So we're not skipping this one. So because that is part of the second single crochet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you're going into this one and you're doing 6 double crochets. Oh, sorry, 5 double crochets. That's 4, and one more is 5. Okay, now 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is your third one. That is a big loopy. Is that 9? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. 3, 4, and 5. Okay. So now you have 1, 1, 2. The third row you have 3. Now you're doing 4. And it just keeps growing. You can make it as big as you want. Now you're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now you're in the end now, doing your 5th one. You're going to do your last shell into the big one, but that means you have to do your chaining with it. So altogether it'd be 6, okay? So it'd be 5, a double crochet here for your chain, right? So it equals to 1. Then you're doing 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, your shells. Okay, then you're going to miss 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're going into the 6th one here, or the 5th one, sorry, and you're doing 5 shells. Then you're going to skip another 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're going in the 5th one. Sorry, you're not skipping 5. You're skipping 4 and going to the 5th stitch. And you're going to do 5 shells, which we did. Now we are going to do our last shell. So you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 is the turning chain. So you're going to go through your turning chain, and you're going to do your 6 double crochets. Okay, I'm making mine really loose so you can see. And I really hope that you like this pattern. I just made it up. I don't know actually if there is one out there because I never even bothered looking. But sometimes what you do is just make up your own patterns. And this is working out pretty good so far. Like I made that bigger one and it turned out nice. So I'm going to finish that bigger one. And if you find that your ends are curling, that's okay. Because by the time you're done, like I'm using number 4 weight. So it doesn't matter what weight or yarn or hook you use. I might be using the wrong hook because I'm only using a size 6. So if you want it that it doesn't curl, just go up a bigger hook size maybe. Okay, so now what you're going to do is chain 1 and turn your work. And then you're going to do a single crochet in every stitch. 2, 3, yeah, I made a big one there. 4 and 5, okay? Oops, 5. So remember, the first row is the shawl. The second row is your single crochet. Third row is your shawl, and so forth. So always make sure there's a single row of single crochets in between your shells, okay? Okay. One more. Because we have to do your turning chain too, right? So, okay. Now what you're going to do is chain 3, 2, 3, and turn your work. Mine is curling because I have a thicker thing, and I think I have to change my hook. It's not supposed to start curling yet. But sometimes it could be just the way I do my stitches. My tension could be wrong on that. But that's the way it's looking, okay? So far you made the 1, then you made 2, then you got your row of single crochets, then you did 3 row of single crochets, then you did row 4 with 4 shells, and a row of single crochets. Now you're going to go back to your double crochets and do 5 more into this one, in your first one. I only say 5 because the turning chain only acts like a stitch, so you can count it in, so that's 6 altogether that you need for the first one, okay? Now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you're going to do a double crochet into this one, because now we need 5 shells on this row. Sets of shells. Do you see how this is working? This is 4, this is 5, okay? Now you're going to do skip 1, 2, 3, 4. You're going in the 5th one, and you're going to do your 3rd sets of shell there. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now what you're going to do is skip 4 again. So 1, 2, 3, 4. You're going in the 5th one, and you're going to do your 4th shell, and then your last one is number 5, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It'll be adding into your last one, and that'd be the chain. Okay, so try to do it looser so you don't do it tight like I do and screw up the ends. But once you do a border, if you do a border on it, you won't have this all curly. I'm just using a yarn that's really stretchy and a hook that maybe be the wrong size for this project. So 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5. Let's see how that goes. But now since you have a turning chain, you have to do another one to equal out to the beginning. So at the beginning you have 6. That's if you include your chain. Okay, so when you include, this is your chain, but you have 5, right? Plus your chain, that's 6. This is 5 double crochets, 5 double crochets, 5 double crochets, 5 double crochets, plus your turning chain, another double crochet. So 6 here, 6 here. Okay, that's how you do it. It'll flatten out as time goes by. Now what you're going to do is you're going to do a single crochet and do your single crochets again. So 1, oops, 1, 2, 3, 4, oops, 5, and that's 6, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know what could have happened? It's when I told you to skip that one loop down here. You shouldn't have skipped it maybe. That's why it's bunching up there. So every row you do a single crochet in every single stitch. Okay, so it doesn't start bunching up on you. I really hope you like it and that you see the stitches that I'm making for the shawl. I think it's really beautiful, especially when you do it with variegated. But you can do it with any kind of yarn. You really can. Whatever your preference is. And then make sure you do the correct sizing of your crochet hook. Now you're going to chain 3. And then this will be the last row. This is a row. Okay, so we did, I got a hair there, sorry. So there is 1. It's our first one. Okay, that's our second one. Okay, second row we have 2. Third row we have 3. Okay, 4 rows we have 4. Fifth row we have 5. Now we have 6. See how it starts to go curling like that? Sometimes just pull your work a little bit. Make your stitches down here at the end looser than what I do, and then once you're done, you could do like a single crochet around the whole thing, or a half double crochet, whatever you prefer. So now we remember the turning chain is 1, so 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so always 6 on the beginning, 6 at the end. Okay, so now what you're going to do is 1, 2, 3, 4, go into the 5th. Okay, and do your shell. 2, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This will be, now see how we got 1, 2, 3, 4. We need 2 more shells after this one, right? So that's 4, that's 5. Now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4 and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now what we're going to happen here, since it's landing like this, what we're going to do, instead of putting it here, we're going to put it to the second, to this one. So what you're actually going to do on this row, because we want all the shells to land up on this side at the end, right, and this side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but go into the 6th one here. Okay, so that way your turning chain has the shell. Well, not your turning chain, the second one from your turning chain. I hope I'm explaining this to you. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we got our 5, and now you got to do your chaining. So you're gonna go right in here and do a double crochet. Okay, nice and loosely if you can. There. All right. See, it all flattens down. There, so that is what that looks like. I think it looks really pretty, and it does give a little bit of a bubble texture, like a little bump. So this is the way you would have it. See, you just spread them apart sometimes, and then you don't get so much bubbles. But like I said, this is a 6, so I should have used a 6.5 or a 7. Then it won't bubble. But that's because I'm using a thicker yarn. So that's the back look of it. Okay, that's the back look of the shawl. And that's the front waist. So if you even want to put a stitch marker right in here, then you know what side is the right side and what side is the wrong side, right? This actually, both sides look really good. Okay, so that is the new pattern. So you just keep building. So this one we did the one, right? Our first shell. Then you did then you did 2 shells in your second row. Then you did the single crochets above it. Then you did 6, okay, you chain, right? Then you did 5 double crochets. Then you skipped 4 and went into your 5th stitch to do all of it. Do you know what I mean? So every time you do a shawl, you're skipping 1, 2, 3, 4, going into the 5th. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then 1, 2, 3, 4. See how it goes? And now this row that's coming up here now, it'd be a single crochet row. Then you start your shells again. So we did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 shells. Now you're going to be doing 7 shells. And then 8 shells. But always make sure your beginning has the chain stitch. You're including in with your first. So that'd be 6 double crochets. And at the end, here, because our stitch landed there, we wanted to match to go here. Okay, so you're going into the second chain or second stitch from your single or your double crochet. So you double crochet your 5 shells, and then you're doing your double crochet. Do you see? And then a single crochet. So when you come to the end, it'll work out like this, or it'll work out that you have to do your double crochet chain, okay, separate from your 5 shells. Okay, well, I hope that you like this tutorial. If you don't understand it, please contact me or email me, and at feelpatsy@gmail.com, and I will explain more to you if you need some more explaining. Okay, so that is the shell pattern that I did for a new shawl. So if you want to try it, go ahead. Even the beginners can try it. It's not really that complicated. Just make sure you put your single crochets after your double crochet rows. Okay. Okay, I want to wish everybody a happy and safe holidays. Merry Christmas to everyone around the world. God bless you all. Please be safe. Don't drink and drive. We're going to get hit with snow from Alberta. Alberta got hit real bad today, so we're going to be getting it next. So please, everybody take care, and I'll see you on the 27th of December for a showing from Christmas. Okay, God bless everybody. Please enjoy your holidays. Bye-bye. I love you all.